Hello, ladies, gents, and lovely wallflowers trying to work up the courage to approach that boy they like. You can do it, you can do it. He'll totally like you back. Don't worry about it. Oh, maybe he'll just slap you in the face and call you a thought. Anyway, we are entering Spelunky again. The hyper duper super duper speed challenge. I have been considering, no joke, making a t-shirt out of that thumbnail, make a high-res version and just sell it for t-shirts, because I am actually quite fond of it. I am wondering though, this is a serious question for all of you internet lawyers. Does that fall into, like, I'm pretty sure Sega is kind of litigious about Sonic. I would be very, very sad if they were like, cease and desist. You filthy scumbag, trying to Sonic your way into making money. Absolutely not. So if you think that's definitely not going to happen, do let me know. If you think that will definitely happen, do let me know. I mean, there is such a thing as Sonichu out there. I don't know if he tries to sell it though. There's a lot of Sonic-based nonsense. But if you cross the line into selling things, well, you end up with a situation when you're going to have a very bad time. We are done here in the second level of Spelunky. I have not commented in the slightest about what this challenge is about, but I am assuming you know exactly what we're doing after, what is it? Is this the 7th or the 6th episode that we are attempting to get this hyperspeed challenge done? Getting a little too presumptuous with my ability to avoid damage here. Received 2 hits already. It's just untenable. I thought I would be hanging onto the wall, but instead I got murdered. I got hurt. And it's bad. Do want Belinda to come with me. Bolegda. That's her new name. Thank you so much for dying. Get rid of that awful arrow trap. Get this pot. Please. Alright. Another rope now. I can simply jump. Belinda has called me. Escape, Bolegda. Thank you so much for your wet, sloppy kiss in my face. That's exactly what I needed. Oh, yeah. Murder, death, and mayhem. This is my modus operandi. Hoping to save that dog. Somehow, I thought that the dog would survive after exploding. Turns out dogs don't survive explosions. There is a lesson that I learned the hard way when I was in 2nd grade. I put all those fireworks up Toby's butt. That dog, he didn't die, but boy, he resented me until the day of his death much later. I getting run over. Oh yeah, you dead? Let me get the hell out of here. That story got slightly darker, please. Let me clarify, that story never happened, and it's not really all that funny. I am already regretting going there. But it's one of those things, the idea comes in your head, and even though you know it's ill-advised to finish it, you're gonna have to. You started it, and damn it, I'm a man that ends what he starts. That's why I always jizz before my wife does, because it's very important to finish what you start. No joke. No joke. We've been talking about having a kid. We've been talking about it. I told her, you know what? I'm open to it. I'm not saying like, oh man, I cannot wait to have a child. Want some offspring to ruin. I'm just saying, I used to be like, no kids. And these days I'm like, you know what? I could do it. Yeah, let's do it. And my wife's like, all right. That's not changed our behavior in the slightest. So I don't know if she'll go for it. All I'm saying is that there might be a little Blargh to corrupt at some point in the future. Probably kind of sort of distant future. Let's get a... Well, I was hoping to destroy The stupid piranha's abode. Working pretty good so far. Of course, we want to find the black market, and of course, the black market is here. Well, this is inconvenient because I was about to leave. Have to deal with this damn ghost. Pretty damn annoying. We'll use a rope right there. We need to find the black market before leaving, though. And if you ask me what the hell changed, don't really know. Just one of those things that you get older and you're like, basically all that made me change my mind. It's like, look into the future and see the future and ask yourself, which reality would I regret less? I wanted to get him through here, but I was incompetent, so I dropped all the way to the bottom. What reality will I like less? The one in which I didn't raise a kid, I didn't go through all that. I did not even anticipate him getting out there so quickly. Would I regret more, the reality in which I didn't raise a kid, or the reality in which I did raise a kid? And you know, there's always the chance your child turns out to be the giant. Like, you know, of course you can expect your kid to rebel against you and be a jerk of the teenage years, but then they pull through. That's not guaranteed, though. They could be a horrible criminal, a completely messed up in the head individual in the wrong way. You know, it's always fun when it's in the right way, but if it's in the wrong way, like, I'm not even talking about, oh, it could be retarded. Yeah, that's the risk that everybody runs, and, you know, if you lose that lottery, you just need to drown them in the tub. It's just so easy. But I'm saying they turn out perfectly healthy, but they're an asshole. They're a literal piece of garbage. I guess not literal. That's not a word that you can say it's literal. But you know what I'm talking about, right? How horribly heartbreaking. My heart always goes out to the parents of criminals that have to sit in a courtroom and watch their kid be sentenced to prison and stuff like that. It's like, how awful to be treated like this by your offspring that you work so hard. You know, in the cases that you do work hard to make them into a productive member of society, sometimes it's your damn fault that they went to prison. But sometimes, for no fault of your own, your child turns out to be complete garbage. And how terribly heartbreaking that must be. But you know, you look at statistics, you look at the chances, you look at the chances of that happening, and I actually haven't looked at the chances of that happening, but just intuitively, you'd walk through the street, you see the hundreds and thousands of people, and it's like, very, very small percentage turn out to be total scumbags. So it's kind of very unlikely. I'm gonna just actually get out of there. It's very unlikely for your child to turn out really dumb. So my real fear is not my child is awful. It's an awful human being. My real fear is, man, what if he's like really dumb? There's nothing wrong with him, but he's just dumb. He's just dumb as a rock. That would be heartbreaking, and just no talent. Anything. Like, they can do nothing right. They're just awful students. They have no talent to do anything. All they're good for is, you know, flipping burgers for life. No shame if your job is to flip burgers. I'm saying, oh, that was an awful bump. I'm saying you don't want your loved one to have that as a career, right? I'm not saying it's a bad job. I'm saying you don't want them to be 70 and be doing that. So, what if your kid turns out to be just super stupid and doesn't ever get anything and doesn't ever get better at anything? And it's like, oh, you still love them, I guess. Is it an obligation to love really stupid people? I will just incarcerate them all, honestly. If your IQ is up to a threshold, is not up to a threshold that I approve I think you should be in jail, and you should also be banned from having children. Anyway, after that casual alignment with fascism, let's just point out the fact that this is an area in which you cannot get through, and if you don't have any bombs, you're completely boned. So hopefully you enjoyed this level generation snafu. Complete nonsense. Well, that was a terrible toss. Complete nonsense of a level generation mistake. If there had been spikes there, I would be dead right now. There's also Gronk. Somehow he escaped his terrible fate. There was 2 guys over here that got totally murdered by the scum of the earth. I have the Kapala. Just now process that. It's okay. We got this. We got this. Gotta wait a little bit longer and just shoot him in the back. That's what we do. Just shoot the enemy in the back before they can react. Very important. Catch your enemy off guard. Ghost always makes me awfully nervous. So let's simply go through the exit. Try to harvest some blood. Pretty damn important. Not to get whittled down. Probably shouldn't have spent that rope. That was pretty silly. Just did it out of muscle memory. Should have instead. Just let the monkey do as it will with my button hole. Like so. It's alright. It was a unpleasant experience, but I got through it. And now I'm stronger. What doesn't kill you when you get raped? Brad! Thank you, Blue Frog. For dropping me down there. Give me a goddamn heart attack. What a dastardly trap. Spelunky, never be trusted. We have a black market right down there. Pretty easy. Pretty easy to get to. I think just ignore the shopkeeper, really. Right? He did, I think. I like to harvest blood, though. It does pay off. It's pretty easy to grab some of this. Very nice. We don't care about the shopkeepers. We already have the Kapala. We don't give a damn on nothing. Almost went through the normal exit, though. That would be stupid. But hey, black to the black market. Once you go black market, you never go black market. Okay, let's just stop and think. Beautiful jetpack in a wall. Yeah, don't die the exact same way again. You know what? I want to liberate this guy. I want to bring him freedom. Very important to me. But he finds the freedom he's been craving. Ooh, look at all those bombs. 53 bombs now. Kinda means we're going to bombard the crap out of this place. Just opening up the way so we can destroy them all. Through explosives. There's a bomb. There's a bomb under my butthole. Pretty damn intimidating area. Really nothing to be fearing here. Really should have grabbed the torch. Whoa, that was really quick. So much stuff happens in this mode of operation. It's such a fast way. Really easy to lose track of things. Everything. Let's get rid of that so we can shoot straight. Get rid of this scumbag. Nothing to be done here. I do want to destroy the bats. You know what? We're just going to put a bomb there. Wow, this is quite a challenge. Oh man, I have a jetpack. Derp. Maybe I want to grab the torch so nothing surprises me there. Doesn't send me falling into spikes. Rough times here. Because you know, again with the children's spiel. People around you that you care about may start having children. And they kind of soften you up on your stance. So, no children, they're awful. You know? Because it's so many things that you don't lose sight of. Forget, man, forget about changing diapers. That's a breeze. I'm sure you can ask any parent in the freaking world, at least in the Western world, and they can tell you, I wish my baby had stayed a baby forever. because then they become a toddler. That's an enormous pain in the ass. I mean, they're still hilarious though. Their humor becomes more complex. The humor that you derive from it is more complex. They're still good. When they become a preteen, start talking back. When they become a teenager, and it's just all hell breaks loose. It's like just survive it. Just get through it without murdering each other. They become really ugly and then hopefully attractive, because you don't want your children to be ugly. But boy, when I was a teenager, man, I was a freaking fat monster. I'm not talking about people that are fat and monsters. I'm saying that I was fat and I was a monster where the looks are concerned. I am tempted to put a picture of me when I was 16 right now edited in. I'm not going to do it because I am not that drunk right now, but just let me take another swig of this gin bottle and then we're talking. Oh man, that's a lot of blood. Fantastic stuff. How about you catch this bomb? Give me your diabetes. Oh yeah. But yeah, it was freaking hideous. Absolutely hideous. Would not recommend. Feel bad for my classmates that had to look at me every day. Right now though, I'm an attractive Adonis. I am the most beautiful man to ever grace this earth. You're just jealous if you disagree. Like that much is obvious to me. People that tell me I'm not attractive, they're just jealous of my beautiful face. Let's get out of here. But boy, those years were rough, and it's not just because it's nasty to look at. It's because, you know, being ugly comes with all this awful garbage associated with it. You get made fun of. People don't respect you. It's just the way of the world, man. I wish it weren't so. But you'll be lying. You would be lying if you said attractiveness of a person doesn't play a role in how you treat them. Obviously, if there's somebody that you love, you're not going to give a damn about that. But if just a stranger that you find in the street, some hot lady, is going to get a little bit more of your attention than some hideous spandex beast, you know? And even the same thing with guys. But mostly that's people that look unkempt, not so much people that are not pretty. I think that's a pretty big distinction. You look at somebody and he looks like a freaking hobo, well, you probably think they might be dangerous. You don't want to associate. There's a giant yeti that I really shouldn't be involved with. Let's just simply go for the exit. Talking about some sad truths of life, and I'm not saying it should be this way. I'm not saying that I want it to be that way. I'm just saying that's just the way it is, man. I'm not trying to be politically incorrect just for the sake of it. It's just a thing that is true that happens to be politically incorrect these days, but you know, it doesn't make it any less true. It's just unfortunate. It does tie in though with whoa. It does tie in though. You know, the entire body positivity thing. And the health of it. If you're fat and you accept that you're fat and you're just going to live your life fat, yeah, you shouldn't be made fun of. But don't ever try to claim. That's where the line is drawn at what people really get bothered by. Don't ever try to claim that way of life is healthy. That's nonsense. That's total bullshit you're telling yourself as a lie. But you know, if you're okay with it, everybody else should be okay with it. Because ain't nobody around to force you and tell you how to live your life as long as you're not harming anybody else. Unless, you know, it's a loved one that's close to you, and they all just want the best for you, and then that's permissible, being ashamed. But the thing is, when I was fat, and people told me I was fat and I needed to lose weight, all I wanted to do was the complete opposite. It's what the number one reason, spite, out of the people that wanted me to lose weight, the number one reason why I didn't want to is like, fuck you. That's the I'm sorry for the language, but it is the most concise and precise way I can express it. When you're fat and people tell you you're fat, you need to lose weight, all you want to do is punch them in the face. It helps for nothing. Whoa, almost died. It does not help at all. And the thing is, I don't know what helps. I don't think there was anything that helped. It all comes... son of a bitch. It all comes from inside your freaking butt. It all comes from you. It needs to be something that you feel ashamed of and you want to change. And it's all your own work. Nobody else. Like, people around you need to inspire you. And no amount of, like, yelling and getting in your face and making you feel bad about yourself. That it just doesn't work. So that is the number one reason not to fat shame. Not because it's not true what you might say about their health and their looks. It's simply that it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It does not give you the solution that you want, which is to see this fat person become thin. I mean, I'm sure there's exceptions for people that fat shaming did work for them and it's what the motivation that gave them. But even then, it won't be because somebody got in their face and called them fat. It will be more like, yeah, I got tired of the looks and the knowledge that people will treat me differently because I was obese. And, whoa. You know, and that's what drove you there. Not because somebody yelled at you into being thin. Son of a bitch. Man, it can just all be destroyed in an instant. It's so quick. I was just too damn preoccupied with my spiel, which, by the way, it's not something that I haven't said before. But with a different packaging, I think. We arrived at the same place through a different path. That's something that we've talked about before, the entire fat shaming thing. But that's the bottom line of it. It don't work. You want your loved one to be healthy? You're not going to achieve it through fat shaming. Especially aggressive fat shaming. Snide remarks also don't work. It's like, I don't really have a solution for you because it all, when I lost weight, I think it was just in the cards for me. It was just genetics. I did work out quite a lot, but I didn't stop eating anything. I ate exactly the same amount. It just so happened my metabolism picked up and I started burning more calories. I did work out a lot. Like when I was a teenager, from 16 to like 20 years old, nearly every day I was, you know, doing everything you're supposed to be doing in the workout department, but I did not hold back on any calorie intake department at all. In fact, I used to eat quite a lot when I was back at home in my parents' place. To get to this crate, to serve it, belongs to me now. Some ropes are actually welcome. Thank you for them. I will even use them to get out of here. Let's get to that exit. Oh, there's some jizz over there. I know that I already have jizz, but it's totally worth this point of damage to get me some more jizz in my mouth. I never have enough. Continue on. Oh yeah. So yeah, I don't have a solution for you, but I can tell you for a fact, aggressively fat shaming, making people feel bad about it, all that it makes them is just feel miserable without solving the problem. So maybe oh, wow. Well, there goes Jackie and her point of health. So maybe don't do it. It just doesn't work. If I were to tell you a solution though, like what's the best thing you can do? Because you can't. Also, it's not a thing you want to enable it, right? They're both bad. They're both, I don't know if equally bad. I would say it's worse to enable it than to get it on people's nerves about it. So if you really cannot choose one or the other to give as much food as you can, or make them feel really ashamed, I don't think he can get through that, right? Oh yeah, get wrecked. I guess we're leaving. It will be a matter of just encouraging, like if you... Fat people don't want to be fat. This is a... I think even the people that claim up and down constantly, oh, I love my own body, I'm fat, I don't care, blah, blah, blah. That's bullshit. It's just nonsense that they're telling themselves to not hate themselves. Nobody wants to be fat. That's the simple proof. It's just saying, if it was instantaneous, free of change, this is something that the argument that I've had before, so it's going to sound similar, but indulge me. I am here on a roll, and I'm going to tell you about it. If you ask somebody that's fat, instantaneous, no charge, no effort, you just become nice and fit. Will you go for it? 100%. 100%, zero exceptions. We'll go for it. So you cannot tell me that's not something that fat people want, to be fit. Not saying even thin, just be fit, not have the rolls. Especially if it takes no effort. But you know, it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of willpower, or getting lucky. I do feel I just got lucky. My story is one of luck, not one of hard work and depriving myself of the foods that I wanted to eat. And I can tell right now I'm pretty pudgy. I'm not like obese. But this belly, man, this belly is pretty out of control. Do we want this mattock, or I think we don't care about this mattock. We want the shotgun. Let's go on. Let's go on forward, because there's so many dangers in this fast mode. In this shotgun, really deals with most of the dangers. Black market has been showing up every single time, man. Happy about that. Wow, this blue frog overpowered super being. Please don't kill me. Yes. Yes, I like that. Please, you stupid corpse, get out of my way. Where is it? I'm pretty sure we're on top of it. So let's get this going. Somewhere in here. There you are. What a pain in the butt you were. No, you filthy blue piece of garbage. Wow. You pulled off this sweet casual move of whipping that arrow. Managed to fail miserably at it. It's weird, isn't it? Because we achieved 1.5 speed pretty damn quickly. I think it was the first try. The first try, we had it done. This is our 7th or 6th attempt. Yet, I mean, we got really, really close. Pretty sure we actually killed Yama and then died. Well, this is easy. Actually killed Yama and then died. Pretty sure that's a thing that happened. Oh man, that dog is super easy to rescue. Thing. But we're determined. Or I think I got to the Yama's throne and then failed at it. Okay. I shouldn't have gone for the climbing gloves. They slowed you down in a very fatal manner. In this mode. Definitely want Lisa to be rescued. Should have made sure that skeleton wasn't live. 3 bombs though. I guess I'll do that. Why though? So we can get a safe spot for Lisa. That seems safe. Give me that shotgun. Go to the corner. Did I ever get to a conclusion with all my nonsense about the fat rolls? I don't think so. I guess the conclusion was, don't fat shame, don't enable. Just let them know once. See what their stance is about it. Try to convince them that they really should try to be fit, just for their own health. And if you ever see them taking steps towards that, only be positive about that. And just give them encouraging. Just let them know you're real happy about it. Like, not in a weird way. Don't like make it into an event. Because that's also annoying as hell. You're very self-conscious. Of course, you know, I'm sure there's exceptions, but when you're fat, you're very self-conscious about it. You know that it's wrong. You know that you want it to change, but it's a tough thing to have. Tough thing to deal with. And the last thing you want is people to pay to call attention to it. Like when I was a fatty and I was running outside, I hated the idea of people looking at it like, oh, look at this fatty running. You know, I hated that. Or not even that, like, just even positive attention is bad attention. In my opinion. And like, I don't know how everybody else's brain works. Could be wrong. What about that one? Very happy about that bomb working the way it did. Where's the key, though? We do need a key. I'm doing a little too much commentary today. I've been so fixated. I'm sorry, Major Stupid. I thought you were something evil trying to destroy me. I've been so fixated trying to unlock the Gunslinger. Please kill me now. It's been a horrible ordeal. There's the key that I only have one bomb for. It's been awful. If you are aware of Enter the Gungeon, I mean, I'm not going to spoil things, but I'm already kind of spoiling things by bitching about it. It's been a horrible ordeal. I still have yet to do it. I feel like I've gotten horribly unlucky and also horribly incompetent in my attempts, but also hopefully it's very entertaining to watch me. It's constant, except for one exception. Super close calls. Super close calls. We're almost there. Failed to execute at the very last moment. So hopefully you're enjoying that, all that nonsense that's happening in the Enter the Gungeon series. And I didn't disclose just how many attempts. Wow, that was perhaps less than wise. Sir, you would like to catch one of these bullets? Okay, he did. He did. I do need bombs. There's a shop here, and it does contain bombs. Quite the challenge, though. Whew. Oh, wow. That took some serious concentration. And it could have gone either way. That could have 100% gone either way. There was maybe a 70% chance factor involved in that. Tried to find the black market. Maybe it was in the corner, but I don't think it is. He's gotta leave. He's gotta leave. What's the timer in here? 32 minutes already, huh? This is our last attempt, baby. Haven't been able to get through the ice caves, which is weird, right? Usually the ice caves are super easy. In this mode, it's so much more challenging. The ice caves in particular, like everything else, feels natural. Like, yeah, it's a natural increase in the difficulty of my task. The ice caves feel way out of proportion. Just the timer and everything, like, because in the ice caves, things are really easy to avoid, but if you don't avoid them, it's instant death. So, you know, every instant kill hazard is that much more dangerous. You know what? I think I want this diabetes. Let's go for it. Is it also... Yeah, I'll take this. This is a good investment of my time to stand here and look at all the bees getting murdered. Whoop. And this is a possibility I might have missed. The black market. Oh, that's right, we don't have sticky bombs. What are the chances it's up there? They're none-nil. They're none-zero. You want to get out of there? Kind of a real big annoyance. Trying to get through this guy. Come on. Get out of there and now start jumping. Thank you. All I want to be able to get up here. Okay, I'm pretty sure no black market up here. Ooh, there's a whole bunch of crates. Totally worth it. Okay, let's make sure this ghost doesn't completely destroy me. Quite a pain in the ass to get in there. Whew. Please give me ropes on the last one. That would be fantastic. I would very much appreciate it. Get the ghost away over here. Definitely no need to wait for ghosts now. Whoa, that was close. Well, didn't get what I wanted. We're no closer to the black market than we used to be. We're in fact further away. Thanks to now only having one bomb to get to it. Cannot open that crate. Trying to find it pretty quickly. Got 9 points of health, that helps a lot. Nothing there. It has to be in this level, like I'm pretty certain. We have been very thorough. Okay, it has to be in there. Shirley. Yeah. Don't call me Shirley. This is real, by the way. The complete dearth of comedies. There used to be big comedies happening all the time. There's nothing. There's just completely barren. The comedy landscape is complete garbage these days. You think back of all those comedies of Naked Gun, of just Steve Martin and Leslie Nielsen, man. Those two bastards were magnificent bastards. Were carrying the comedy landscape on their shoulders. They were so good. And then there was, you know, Michael Myers. That's more like 90s, 2000s. Eddie Murphy too. He hasn't done anything good for a long, long time. I always loved the freaking Beverly Hills Cop. We loved it. Me and my brother. I don't know how that holds up these days. All these 90s movies. I don't know how they hold up these days, but 90s and 80s. But you think about the comedic landscape, there's just nothing. Absolutely nothing. The Hangover, I'm not even into that. I mean, but that's the last big comedy I can remember that was a big hit. That launched careers and stuff like that. These days, comedy is just a freaking desert of despair. There's just nothing good. And if you even mention the name Amy Schumer, you better unsubscribe right now and just go into the bedroom, put a rope around your neck, and hang yourself. Because now you have become a complete trash person that deserves no attention whatsoever. Amy Schumer is garbage. It's so bad. It's just heartbreaking. Used to have all these comedies and there will be all these memes about them, you know, before memes were memes. You have everybody talking about them. You have your inner circle of people will be memeing away, and everybody will get the reference. You know, the usual the usual thing. These days it's just YouTube. YouTube has taken over comedy. Internet content providers have become the comedies of the modern age. But it's like, you know, humor didn't go away. These movies are still funny, I would say. They're maybe, you know, overplayed. A bunch of jokes are overplayed because they were the first to play them. But, you don't see why they are not being made anymore, and you just need a good comedy writer, and they just don't exist. It is so bizarre. Like, I don't know, I cannot possibly explain to you. I bet if I started thinking about it, I could maybe come up with some kind of nonsense explanation of why is comedy so terrible. You get no traction with me if you say, oh, it's all the political correctness nonsense going on right now. Nah. If a comedy is good, if the laughs are happening, nobody really cares. is going to be a success, regardless of the 12 psychopaths on Twitter getting offended, say, it doesn't matter. If the movie is good, if the script is hilarious, nobody gives a damn. They're just going to go and laugh. And it's going to be a financial success, which breeds more comedy, right? I think that's pretty damn common sense approach to that narrative. It's like, yeah, political correctness is silly, and it does become a total bummer all the time. But it's not the reason. It's not the reason why comedy has died. Because humans are still humans. And all that stupidity about getting funding, about everything, it doesn't really have any power if something is truly successful. Do you think it had any power when people were complaining about Forrest being fat shamed? Nobody gives a damn. Nobody gives a damn because it's a cultural phenomenon of a movie that's actually good. And its quality products of entertainment. That's what I'm saying, man. Feels like sometimes the entire complaint with political correctness is just an excuse to be bad. Oh, people get offended, so my amazing piece of content, you got banned. Like, maybe you were bad to begin with. But, you know, there's of course exceptions to that. I don't really want to get into that serious topic of political correctness and censorship being offended, because I've done that to death. It's like there's nothing new to say. That's the thing about politics, moves really slow, and all this narrative, it just moves slow in the sense of you say your piece and there's nothing else to say. You're just repeating yourself at that point. So that's it. You guys know my opinion. Why the hell will I reinstate it? And that's something I don't want to do as a general rule, because I'd much rather focus on the things that bind us. The video games that bind us, and not the things that might divide us. Like, your opinion might be different from mine. I still want to hang out, you know? I guess that's where you can draw a pretty consistent line. People that tolerate that and people that don't. You can be a hard conservative. You can be a hardcore socialist. No, we are not discussing such things. We can totally play a game together and not even give a damn about such things. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, man. But let's all be friends. It's all that I want to conclude my spiel with. I have all kinds of spiels. I don't really like the word spiel, but it does come out of my mouth pretty frequently. So make of that what you will, I suppose. There's no argument at the end of this line of thought. It's just, yeah, I do say that word even though I don't like it much. Okay, this man is dead. You know what? You know what? You know what? I don't even care about the mothership. I do care about this man's bomb though. I mean, shotgun. We are not 100% safe here, so let's be careful. Throw a bomb in there. And grab his gun. Indeed, there's also Andrew that deserves our mercy. Don't even care about the mothership. We've gone through it before. It's mostly a chore at this point, and in fact, since I'm not trying to get money or anything, the mothership's really not that bad. You just find a path to the exit, and you know, most of the time make it there without much of a fuss. It's a fun time. Well, we can do without it. That arrow trap. Already triggered. Alright, let's just throw a few of these purple craps. 0% chance of dodging it in fast mode. Let's not rely on such things. Just going to try and find the exit. Whoa, that was coming real fast. Try and find the exit. And get the hell out. Very happy to have this death ray though. Extremely helpful. Oh boy! Slowly making our way through the temple. All these people must die. That croc man shouldn't be too much trouble. Get this corpse out of here so this mummy doesn't destroy me. Off you go. That was badass. super loop-de-loop. Alright, let's find the shopkeeper. So we can... We should be safe, right? I'm sorry, Major Stupid, they didn't even see you there. I was trying to kill all the monsters around you. There's a little bit of madness contained in the Croc Man down there. Okay. City of Gold. Oh, it exists. There it is. Let's try and find the shopkeeper at the exit. I think this will land where I want it. Yeah. Shopkeeper, just give unto you the death you deserve. There you are. Now we get rid of this. Get the shotgun. Very methodical. You may have noticed I'm done talking nonsense. 100% concentrated on the gameplay. Because, you know, it's not often we reach this place. We must persevere. We must make it. And one of those runs, we don't have the Kapala. That's a bad choice to make. Let's make smarter choices. Just follow my way down. This way. Open up this area. Kill this disgusting mummy. And I wanted to open it from the side so I can just shoot this rat-faced monstrosity. There you are. Oh, you scumbag. No crush traps. You can open a gap here. It's very upsetting. You can actually get up here. Oh, that fireman could have totally saved me. Save me the trouble. Oh, get wrecked. No more gun for you. Alright, we're gonna simply leave. Feeling pretty good. And here we have Olmec. I'm hoping to get some bombs at the top, maybe even jizz in a jar. That would be very, very helpful. See what we can find in his domain. Let go of the shotgun. Get all this nothing. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. Oh man, very, very poor. Very lackluster. Not completely screwed, but not good. Can't even get to that crate. Not even going to try. Get into the... Okay, it's right there, so let's get the big head as far as possible. It doesn't take long. Well, that was silly. Kill the stupid Hawkman. Let's see. Create that nice shaft. We love some shafts here in the Blargh channel. That looks reasonable. Please. There. We're going to be very, very slow. Get this done properly. Take it easy. The safest method. No! Oh, that sucks. That's good enough. That's stupid. That was really dumb. Alright, friendo. This is very, very challenging. I have not gotten it wrong yet. Oh, nice. Like, get close enough to the edge to teeter on the edge. When Olmec is close, you can get it wrong so easily. Alright, fellas. Where to? Freaking hell. I have 2 bombs. We're going to go without the amulet. Unless we happen to find some bombs in a crate or something. That's a crate. I'm willing to take this risk. Nope! Spit on my eye, why won't you? Spelunky. Very, very carefully. Nice. Whew. That was nerve-wracking. Oh, that was terrible. Man, that was silly. I thought I had the stump worked out. But I didn't. It was terrible. Get the hell out. This health situation. Almost untenable. Just run through. No, you filthy vampire. The vampires are such a problem here. It's a nightmare's exit. Okay, we made it. I am concerned. I am very concerned about taking damage now. Coming here without the Kapala makes it so much more difficult. Difficult also to get some sacrifices going for Kali here. I don't think that we should. I think we should just focus on not being damaged. There was no way around. I guess I could have used a rope. That was silly. Well, there's another run that we got really close, but no cigar up my butt. I'll see you guys in the next one, in which I'll totally be successful. Just listen to all the things that I say and take my wisdom for what it is, which is life lessons that you always live by.